Okay, I guess I would start introducing myself. So my name is Olajumoke Priscilla Oni. From the screen, you can see my name, and I'm currently like a software developer. So I'll be telling you like how I joined, how I started, everything you need to know to start to. And I'm hoping everybody here is like wants to start their own journey, because this presentation would be for people that really want to start or have not started, or maybe you've started. You can also like gain from this. If you've not started, you like, this is for you. And yeah, definitely people that's like want to start but they don't know where to start from. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so I guess I would start. So as I said, my name is Olajumoke Priscilla Oni. Yes, I live in Kaduna State, Nigeria, and I currently work at, I have a part-time job with Microverse. It's a software development school, an online software development school, and that's where I've been for like the past 2 years. And what I do like every day is like review other students' code and try to give feedback, try to explain to them what they can do to improve their code. So that's what I do now. And I'm also looking for like more opportunities, better jobs that would really expose me to front end and definitely back end. I want to do like full stack. So I'll be telling you everything. Okay. So let's start. Okay, let me go back. Yes, so my journey, I started as like an estate management student. I studied estate management in Kaduna State University, and it's a 5-year long course. I did that, and with ASU strike, everything, it was about 7 years. So after that, I did my NYSC in 2019. And there, when I was waiting for service, there was like a strike. So I got to know about digital marketing. And just a second. Let me leave this. Okay, I wanted to put like a timer to know. So let me use this instead. So I really wanted to learn about digital marketing, what digital marketing was all about, graphics and design. Actually, when I did the digital marketing program, there was like an online, there was like 2 cohorts, one for programming, one for digital marketing, graphics and design. But I chose digital marketing because I said, oh, I don't even know what programming means. So that was how I started. I learned digital marketing. I was writing content. I was doing graphics. I was doing like a whole lot online. And it was all from my phone. And that was like what I really liked about it. Because when we first got there, they were like, oh, there's this banner they always put up and they say, your future job is online. So I was like, okay, I would like to know about my future job and how I can work online. So after university, I then decided NYSC. I decided not to look for a job. I was just doing digital marketing. I was managing a website, and I think their pages, their social media pages for like, it's an NGO, yes. So I did that for about a year. So when I was like, during the time I was doing NYC, yes, I was like doing 2 jobs, a remote job, that's the content marketing job, and also the NYSC job that they give you. I had a PP and everything. So after that, I had like this time where I had to think about my life, what next. So I think my mom spoke to me about it. She got like the information about software development from a colleague. My mom is like also in like the engineering field. She's in the engineering field. So she came home and told me about an online bootcamp. But I was like, how would I be online for like 8 hours? So that was how I joined Microverse. It's an online software development school. And it's helps you to learn how to collaborate, work remotely, and I started there. I met people from like all over the world. I currently have like, we still talk. I have contacts of people like from all over the world, from different countries, and it was really like a very good time for me because those moments really has made me who I am now. I've become this whole software developer because of that time, which was last year, 2019. So after that, like that was like the defining moment for me and everything. So after that, I've like been doing the technical support job. I said when I started in the introduction, I review codes of other students. So for those of you that want to like start your front-end development, this is where I start to explain what software development means: front-end, back-end, full stack. So front-end or software development, it means you building a software product, and this entails you writing code, and you'd have to maintain the code, and it's just what it means. Like, it's as simple as it sounds. You're building a product, and we have different kinds of software development. We have mobile, API development, security development, cloud computing. If you go online, you'll see about 13, but I would want to focus on these three, or I would like to talk about these three because if you are a front-end developer, you have to work with a back-end, or you can decide to be both, a full stack developer. So what is front-end development? It's like everything you see on a website: the buttons, links, animations. The front-end developer is like in charge of how the website looks, how it feels. When you open a website, what do you see? That's the job of like a front-end developer. He brings to life the idea, the vision of a client. He brings it to life by writing code. So to be a front-end developer, what do you need? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You also need frameworks. Like, this is everything you need. How cool. Like, this is so cool. Like, it's not easy, yeah, but this is like, you see what you see on my screen? This is what you need to be a front-end developer: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Then HTML, just, okay, let me give this simple example. A building, you have a building, right? HTML is like the skeleton. CSS is the colors, what you see. Then maybe you want to open a window, open a door. JavaScript will be what will do all that for you. Then I said here you need frameworks and libraries, and that's because in JavaScript you have libraries, you have frameworks like Node.js, React, Vue.js. You'd have to learn frameworks to work. But the thing is, these three here are the basics, what you need, right? This frameworks and libraries, you would always have to maybe learn a new library, learn a new framework. But if you want to be a front-end developer, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, that's like what you need. Also, if you have questions, if you have anything, you can always like put it in the chat and I will definitely answer. So when we talk about CSS frameworks, what do they mean? Libraries, preprocessors. Okay, Bootstrap. We have Bootstrap, Material UI, Tailwind. We have like a lot. You can just even not learn anyone till you get a job. Yeah. Then JavaScript libraries. I said it before: Vue.js, React. We have like a lot of cool libraries to help you like do what you want to do. But why I'm mentioning this is because when you get a job, or when you go to like a new company, when you move to a new company from a previous job as a front end, they might have their own libraries, they might have their own frameworks they're using, and you might have to learn even a new language. Yeah. So the most important thing for you as a front-end developer to start: HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I hope this explains it. So what to do to achieve your goal? If you're here, maybe you have researched, maybe. I don't know if you have researched. But first, do your research, find a niche, find where you want to be, where you think you can make impact. For me, I started in 2019. Yeah, I started as a digital marketer. So when I was doing digital marketing, I wanted to learn how to build websites. I didn't want to use Wix. I didn't want to use WordPress. So I wanted to like learn. If you were here from the beginning, you hear what Flora said, and it's true. The 54-year-old woman in the Netherlands that codes, and she's working with a very good company. She said they don't really value WordPress that much. She said it like, if you want to, that's what she said, and I agree with her, because I was a digital marketer. I had the skills and everything, but I was not making like enough money, and I really wanted to learn a skill that would like give me money, pay for, like, give me a good salary. Okay, let me put it that way. And yeah, I now said, okay, I would maybe start making websites, because I thought I would be able to make more money from building websites for people. That was how I started. So from there, I created a plan for myself. Okay, I said, for the next 1 year, I won't work. If there's anyone here that has learned front end and maybe you want to share, you could just like write it in the chat. I would really appreciate that. And if you're new also, maybe you just say, I'm new to software development or front end development. So I know the people I'm talking to, or the ladies I'm talking to, because we're all ladies here. So maybe just write it in the chat if you're new, and or if you're like, if you've been coding for a while. I would really like to know. So I created a plan. I decided not to work. And yeah, since 2019, I've not had a physical job. Yes, I've been working remotely from like 2019. Then my second point, or the second thing I did was, as I was learning, I was building projects. Yeah, like there was this thing someone sent to me on Twitter, and it had like top contributors in Nigeria, and my name was there. Hey, I was like, wow, like I never imagined something like this, because I was like really contributed in 2019. Okay, now I'm working, I'm not really contributing that much, but imagine my name was on that list of top contributors in Nigeria, and I was like, oh wow. And the guy reached out to me because he was, oh, someone said she does WordPress. Oh, cool. So like, imagine my name was on that list, because in fact, till like today, I code every day. So if you want to learn, the best way to learn is to build. Like, because the more you build, you get better. Trust me, take it from me. Don't be like me when I started. When I got to JavaScript, I left the whole assessments, the whole coding challenges when I was seeing tutorials, and I was just happy moving with the tutorial. Do you know, you would think I was in a race to finish a tutorial, but no. I had to realize that, oh, the reason I was not getting this thing was because, oh, I see someone is new here. Nice. I'm so happy you're here. Like, this is the best decision you can ever make. Trust me, this is the best decision. Like, learn how to code, because it will improve you. It will make you better in every way you can think of it. It has improved me, like, professionally, even the way I relate at home. Like, imagine for the past 4 years, I've not been going to anybody's office. I've been working from my home, and like, imagine you're earning every day. Like, you need to see the joy when I tell my mom, oh, I made so and so amount this week. I made so and so amount this month. So please, if you're here, you're in the right place. So let me just look at the charts. Yeah, it feels hard. Is there age barriers and who said that? Betty, were you here when that lady that is 54 said, she said learning at 50 something? There's no age barrier. I am 27. Yeah. So please, if you feel your age, use that as an advantage. Please, Betty, use it as an advantage. If there's anybody else that feels they're old here, right? No, you're not old. You're not old as far as I can say. You are not, nobody's old to learn how to code. I have a friend, he's maybe 19. Like when that woman was on stage, I posted it on WhatsApp and he commented, guess what? That guy is 19 and we relate like we are the same age because he's very good. He has not been to any university, but he's earning big. Yeah. So another thing, join tech communities. Like for me, I had to start with a boot camp. You don't need to start with a boot camp. You don't. You can join a tech community like what we are doing now. Meet people, connect with people, have people that you can always talk to when you feel stuck, when you feel down. Have somewhere, have a group, a safe haven that you can always go to. Also, I said share your progress on GitHub, Twitter, and LinkedIn. Like if you check my phone now, you see I've uninstalled Instagram, Facebook, those two apps. I don't use them for now, but I always sometimes I download it, I check and this. But what I mean is use your social media accounts to your advantage. Don't be there watching other people. Let them watch you too. Yes, let them watch you too. Another thing, avoid procrastinating and overcome imposter syndrome. One thing that like all developers have that I know, procrastination. Yes, we can procrastinate everything. Like I've not met any developer that does not procrastinate. So one thing you should do while you're starting is avoid procrastinating. And how can you, if you've said you want to learn how to code in a year, great. Break that into small tasks. Break it into small tasks. And one way you can do that is by saying, oh, today I'm going to learn HTML. What does it mean? That's what I'll do today. For me, because of how bad my procrastination is, yes, I procrastinate too. Like because of how bad my procrastination is, I have to, my sticky notes are inside. I would have showed you, like I have to always write the hours I want to spend on a task. Like yes, the hours I want to spend on a task, I write it down. Because if I say, if I just write my tasks down for the day, I won't achieve any one. But I've noticed that once I write, I would use 2 hours to work on this project, work on my portfolio for this project, work on my portfolio for this number of hours, work on my like normal job for this number of hours. I say I achieve more. But whenever I just say, today I want to build, I want to do this, in fact, oh God, I would even be on Netflix for the whole day. Yes. I would see all the movies. I would you can imagine how bad procrastination is. And why I'm stressing on this is because if you want to be a good software developer, you have to learn how to avoid it. And you can only do this by managing your time well. Then also overcoming the imposter syndrome. I don't know if any of you have the feeling of, I'm not good enough. I don't feel this is for me. I'm not techy enough. I'm not this. I'm not. Like sometimes you feel like a fraud. You feel like, people are going to know, because I had to deal with this. I'm still dealing with this every day, because I always have that feeling that, what if people think I'm a fraud? People think, what if, those what if feelings when they come, how do you do it? How do you stop it? How do you overcome this feeling? By remembering why you started this journey, see your progress so far, see what you've been able to achieve, and know that you can even achieve more. Like, if you can daily talk to yourself about overcoming this imposter syndrome, you would be great, great. Because that's one thing that you see people just say they don't feel like they're good enough. And when you see them, you'll be like, oh my God, I want to be like this sis. I want to be like this girl. But you don't know that they might be feeling, oh, they're not good enough. So just try to overcome this. And you can overcome it by talking about it too. Like sometimes I share my code with people and they're like, oh, wow, this is cool. I'm like, oh, is it cool? Yes. So when you start, don't be ashamed to share what you've worked on, what you've built, no matter how little it is. I told a friend that you'll be amazed how much people want to know about you online, especially on Twitter, on LinkedIn. Because what I see is, what I tell myself is, no computer is going to give you a job. Humans are the ones to give you a job. The companies you are aiming to work at, it's people that are there. So the best way to get a job, or the fastest way I feel you can get a job, is by networking with the right people, talking to the right people. So if you talk to the right people, you would see that, wow, you're making progress every day. Views on LinkedIn will increase, people will comment, people will encourage you. You would have like, oh, I have to if you know you're going to post online, you definitely want to work on something, because you know you want to show off that thing or share it with people. So that's it. So another thing that I would want you people to take from this session is, number one, start with what you have. If it's a phone, or if it's a laptop that is small, you feel it's not good, start with that phone, start with that laptop. If maybe your battery is bad, and whenever they take lights, your laptop will off, please. I'm sharing this because this is my own like experience, and I know how hard it is. So please start with what you have. Another thing is, everybody's journey is different. You know, I've told you, I came from here, I came from estate management, some people, their journey is different. I've met different people with different journey stories. So yours is going to be different. So create your own path, write your own story. Once you have a niche, who is that? Ruth. Hello, Ruth. Yeah, thank you. So everybody's journey is different. Please embrace your own. Another thing I would like to talk about is you building non-tech skills. Learn how to explain your code. Learn how to introduce yourself. Hi, I'm a software developer. I live in Nigeria. I currently work with this, that. You see that thing where you know how to introduce yourself can get you a job. Have an elevator pitch that you would memorize when anybody asks you about yourself. Have that in the back of, like, have that script that you can always read from your head, like, not read, but just have like something you can always say to people, because sometimes you might get tensed, you might get tensed, and everything will fly away. But even if you don't remember it word for word, you definitely remember where you're a software developer, where you live, languages you've worked with. That's my advice to you people. So if you have questions, Google it. Like whenever you feel stuck, my advice, first thing you do is Google it. I don't know how to do this. I don't know how to open VS Code. I don't know how to center a div. Let me go deep. I don't know how to maybe write a tag. Just no matter how hard you think your question is to you, try to explain it on Google, and you'll see that somebody else has maybe gone through that problem. Another thing is stay consistent. For me, I had to code about 8 hours every day last year, from I guess January, but I was not doing the program then. From January, I think I coded about 8 hours every day till November. Then December, we all went for Christmas. But imagine you code every day for 4 hours and you are consistent. Imagine where that will get you. And why I'm saying this is because, okay, let me give this example. I go to the gym today and I lift all the weights I can find in the gym for 8 hours. Then I don't go to the gym again till next year. Will I lose any weight? You won't lose. See, even if you lose, the only thing you will feel that day is you're tired. To be honest, you'll be so tired. In fact, you'll not be able to lift yourself from maybe the bed or from the bench. But if you don't go back the next day because of you feel, oh, you're feeling so much pain, it took so much of your time, you're so tired, you don't want to do this because it's hard, you'll never get anything from that moment. So it's progressive. So you have to build every day, code every day. It will help your brain, it will help you. Another thing is you should surround yourself with the right people. If you have a lot of friends that would discourage you, this is the time. This is the time to leave them alone. Because once you have people that would discourage you, you won't get to your goal fast. You won't. So please surround yourself with the right people. That's why I talked about joining tech communities. We have great like this community is a great one. Like from the beginning of today, I've been like, wow, this is somewhere to be, right? Follow women in tech power, follow their posts, follow everything, join the groups, and meet with people that have the same like minds with you. That's a very good way. Another thing, collaborate with people. Yes, like collaborate with people, talk to people, and build projects with them. I think that's another way you can move faster. Because if you feel you know everything, no, there will be a time where it might just be something as simple as, let me look for an example. Maybe there was a time when I was learning how to code. Okay, let me just round up here. So thank you so much for staying till the end. My name is Olajumoke Priscilla Oni, as I said, and you can find me on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram at PR Olajumoke Oni. So I'll stop sharing my screen and I'll maybe give you guys some examples of when I had like issues with coding. So last year, I said in January, right? When I wanted to learn how to code. I think in January, I spent like 2 months just learning how to open the boilerplate. There's something that they call boilerplate, HTML boilerplate. I spent like 2 months because every day when I wanted to start, I would have that same issue. Imagine how frustrated it was. Okay, someone is asking for my contact. Like PR Olajumoke Oni. Like, let me type it here. PR Olajumoke Oni. Like, imagine how I don't know if anyone here has had that issue, but it was really frustrating. And guess what the code, or guess what what I was supposed to type? Just, I think, is it 1 or exclamation mark? Something, but every time I would try this and this thing will not work. In fact, I started fighting with myself. I was like, what is happening? Maybe this thing is not for me. To be honest, that was what I said. Or that was what I told myself. I just said, maybe this thing is not for me. Maybe I should stop. Then when I started learning frameworks, oh my God. In fact, I did not learn anything for the first 1 month. Okay, maybe I have to go back a bit. All these things happened because I was not consistent. 1, I was not really that consistent. I was not really putting in the hours. I would just say I was not consistent. So if you want to really, really move fast, if you want to really, really move fast.
Sorry for cutting you. So we'll be rounding in a few minutes by 1:55 Nigerian time.
Okay, yes, we're done. So
we'll be joining the main room for the Q&A.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
So, like, if you are not consistent, you can't move fast. So please make sure that you are consistent. Dedicate hours every day. Every day. That tell yourself that I want to do this thing, and I will dedicate maybe 4 hours, 5 hours. You can even start with 1 hour every day for the next 30 days. See how it goes. 2 hours, 3 hours. In fact, when you start, you won't want to stop. So maybe if you have questions, you can just drop it in the chat, because I think we have about 8 more minutes to go. So, and if you can always feel free to unmute your mic and speak, please. If you want to talk about, share something also. I think that's why we're here, right? So please, you can always unmute your mic and share. So I would also like to talk about maybe where to get started. I think someone said she's new, Ruth. So Ruth, can you maybe tell me where you are right now? What you've learned? If you've not learned anything, it's fine. But I would just want to know. Then who else? I think Betty said something. Also, okay, Precious said she is very new. Welcome, Precious. So if you're very new, because I would have recommended maybe tutorials I used, but guess what? We are in 2022. Okay, she said she hasn't learned anything. We're in 2022. I'm sorry, I can't recommend those videos to you, because I just feel a lot has changed. A lot of improvements has happened and all that. But if you want to know, I will definitely share. So if you want to know maybe the tutorials I'm still using, I'll share it. So if you're very new, my special advice to you is take your time. If it takes you 1 month to learn how to use CSS, please take all the time you need. Oh, she said she has started learning HTML from Allison. I don't know who is Allison. Okay, I would recommend videos to you also. So there's this cool guy I found on YouTube. His name is Net Ninja. Or if you go, maybe I just Google his page and I would send it now to the chat, because I would really want you guys to, if you're new. Okay. Then there's, if you were here from the beginning, Flora, when she spoke, she shared her screen. She showed a Udemy course. So if you're here from the beginning, you would have seen a Udemy course that Flora shared. And that course is like the bomb. I think everyone that learns software development started with that woman's course. Guess what? She's a woman. So why don't you want to join tech? Why don't you want to learn programming? Imagine the best course. I think everybody started with that course. Everybody I know, everybody I've heard of started with that course. In tech communities that I have been on, everybody talks about that course. So imagine how good that course is. I'll just type it and maybe send it to you guys. Here, her name is Angela Yu. So she did like a whole software development bootcamp. And guess what? If you're like new, check out Free Code Camp. Like Free Code Camp is somewhere you should start from. Before you start all the big tutorials, before you start all the big courses, please start from there. Because once you get the basics, you can get a job and learn on the job. There's something like that. You don't need to learn the whole thing. Oh, I see she has. Okay, this is not the one I want. The course came out in 2019, so I just want to be sure about the course. And there's this thing whereby you can download courses from Udemy and all these things. If you don't have money to pay, right? You can also do that. So you can just Google it on your computer and you see it. So imagine, and okay, let me share this just to let you guys know. All the ladies I've worked with from school are good, like exceptionally good. All the people I've met that are ladies, in fact, the best front-end developers are ladies. Take it from me, like they are ladies. So like you should know that. And there was a time I saw something online which said like why most of the world's greatest problems have not been solved is because we don't have women there. You see what the first speaker said? She said they noticed that when they put 3 women like as leads in maybe a company in a leadership role, they see that the company makes more revenue. So another reason why you should consider this. So if you have more questions, just maybe send it in the chat. We have just 2 more minutes to go and I want to look for this course. Her name is Angela Yu. And why I did not recommend that course, but it's the best course, is because we are in 2022 and she did that course in 2019, right? In fact, guess what, guys? I still use that course till today. Maybe I should share this first and maybe look for that same course on Udemy, just to be sure, because this does not look like a Udemy link. Let me just look for it on Udemy. So my special advice to you all is please learn the basics. Don't be in a rush like me. Learn the basics. Yes, you can actually be in a rush, but what I'm trying to say is you learning the basics will help you, because if you go to tech companies, if anywhere you go to, you see people tell you, oh, they don't really understand this. According to what Flora said, I really enjoyed her session because she said everything true the way they are. She said you see so many backend developers having issues with CSS. They feel it's hard, they feel it's this, they feel it's that. So you as a front-end developer, you're going to be there to make like impact. You're going to do like a lot. So thank you all so much. I'm just going to look for this course. I actually downloaded it and I have like it on my computer. So I always go back to it. Yeah, I always go back to it whenever I feel stuck or whenever I feel I want to learn the basics of something. Okay, I think I've gotten it. Okay. So on your phone, you can just type Angela Yu and you'd see her course. Maybe we should do the Google search together because I'm taking so much time and you guys might not be seeing what I'm doing. Yeah, we have just, oh, I think we should be done by now. So let me just share my screen. So you see her and you know she's the one. Yeah, this is her. This is the lady I said. And the one I used was 2019, but this one says 2022. So you see what I said? There has been like she has done like a development on this course. So I would share this. But the one I used was 2019. But this one says, it says it's this. Let me just share the link here. So please, if you have, okay, no, this is the main group. Let me stop sharing. This is her. She's the one. So also Net Ninja, we have Brad Traversy, we have, let me just write the name down. Traversy. Then there's this cool guy, Traversy. There's this cool guy. He makes everything so simple. Just go on YouTube. You would find, oh, DevEd. There's someone else. If you're learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, try him. DevEd, something like this. Yeah, I could actually share. Let me share my screen again. Let's look for them on YouTube. So this is the Net Ninja guy. Then let me look for him, Dev, because yeah, just so that you see his picture and you know, no, that's not him. This is him. Yeah, he is very good. We have Brad Traversy. Like a lot of people you can learn from. So there's also a Mosh. Like, in fact, what I did was I went through everything, like all, and I'm still going through. So you just be on this grind that you're daily learning. Daily you'll be learning every day. So just keep on moving. Start with whatever you can start with. That's my best advice to you. Start with it. So thank you all so much. I would have to round up here because we have like exceeded the time. If you have more questions, if you reach out to me, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, okay, on Twitter, on LinkedIn. So I'll be ending here. Bye. Thank you. I'll wait for everybody to leave. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Choma. Thank you. Bye. Daramola. I'm Yoruba. Yeah, I'm Yoruba. So we have to go to the main group. So let's move. Yes, Precious. Don't mind me. Let's move to the main group. Yeah, Daramola. Yeah, we're leaving now.